What's up? What's up? What's up, good people? Listen, y'all, we are in the building today. Real talk with Shenita and her story with Catrice J. Real talk with Shenita and her story with.
Catrice.
Listen, y'all, we in the building today, y'all. We got none other than our beautiful, talented young ladies in the building. On my left, I have none other than Emondia Bagley in the building. Whoop, 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 whoop. On my right, I have none other than Janiya Elise in the building. Listen, y'all, today's episode is brought to you by Real Talk with Shenita, her story with Catrice J, Lounge Media Group Studio, and Fonte Lounge, y'all, and our brother Sonny Biggs. Listen, y'all, we in the building today, y'all. We got
Biggs
some
Barbecue.
Biggs barbecue. Listen, y'all, we are in the building today, y'all, and we got some great, awesome young women of not only young women of God, but just amazing young women that we're gonna talk it up with. We're gonna chat it up with on today, y'all. Janiya Elise, she is 23 years old. We have Emondia Bagley, who is 25 years old, y'all. And we want to talk about from then to now. We want to get all up in their business. Listen, we want to talk about youth. We want to talk about their teenage years, and we want to talk about embracing being a young adult. Come on, y'all. Y'all, can y'all just imagine being a kid, right? And we being kids, and we like, man, I can't wait till I get grown. And we being a teenager, I can't wait till I get grown. And now we young adults, man, I wish I still was a kid again. Come on, can somebody contest
Back
with
in
me
the
out there?
day. Come on.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
So yeah, y'all, we got our girls in the building, y'all. These young ladies are near and dear to my heart. I just want to first kick it off with that being known. I've been knowing Emondia for about 20 years now. I started doing Emondia I had when she was about 4 years old, and so now she's 25. So yeah, y'all do the math. And she was little thing back then. I was able to see her grow up, see her go through the good times, the bad times, the ugly times, and now she bouncing back, and she in a place with God. So I'm super excited for her journey. Miss Janiya, at least I met her probably it's been what 10 11 12 years ago, at Greater Joy, and I've always admired her mom's relationship. I'm talking about from the outside. I ain't talking about inside. I'm talking about from the outside. I've admired how Catrice has been a mother figure, and a mother. When I say mother figure, she's a mother of her kids, but the mother figure where I can look from the outside in and like, wow, I want to do this with my kids. I want to do that with my kids. So the inspiration comes from that. And I remember bringing Catrice in to as my daughter stated, one of my many groups that I've had over the years. And I brought Catrice in and we talked about bullying. And she came in and we talked about that. And, I just I'm going to start off with Miss Janiya Elise. Come on, they laughing, y'all. Come on, we're keeping it real. But she talked about, and she exposed something of why she started Step Off. Am I saying it right? Step Off, Stop Bullying. Why y'all laughing?
Yes. Step off, stop bullying.
Step Off, Stop Bullying. And Catrice came and she spoke. She's always doing the back end of things. And so she came in and she spoke for the first time. But she came in on a thing of standing up for her daughter, talking about bullying. And so Janiya, I know your mom told the story. I've heard it from your mom, and I know we're gonna hit some stuff. And this is just what we do. You okay? We're gonna hit it, we're gonna reel it in, and then we're gonna reel it back out there, we're gonna bring it in again. But if I can start from youth to that place of the bullying piece, if I can start from there, I know sometimes we don't want to talk about those things, but it's somebody out there that may be listening, that how you overcame that piece, how you overcame. Wait, Catrice, stop talking. Look at her mama being a mama bear, y'all. Being a mama bear. It's okay. I brought my daughters on and we shared some hard stuff.
Yeah.
And they even on set, they shared some stuff with me that was like, and I had to suck it in. I was like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Because now I receive it. But we won't go into deep details. But I just the very first remembrance. I remember you dancing at Greater Joy. I remember you doing praise dancing and all that good stuff. I remember that. But here I am where y'all was doing mime dancing. Let me say that. But here we are talking about the bullying piece. And you don't have to go into detail, okay? But that something triggered you that triggered your mom. And by it triggering your mom, was it that you went to talk to your mom about this, or she just seen it on you? And how did that conversation spark enough for her to want to go and take on a whole movement? Because it actually was a movement. It still is a movement, and it brought so much clarity to so many different people that she now still after how many years with the step team?
Mm. What, like 11 or 12 years?
11 or 12 years, the movement is still going because of something that occurred with you, and now it's a whole movement. So, yeah, how did that conversation spark to where your mom is like, okay, we're going to run with this thing?
Is my mic on? Hello. Mic check. Oh no, but no, I did not go to my mama and tell her.
Okay.
I didn't. No. I think what had happened was she took me to school one day, and then she saw the little boys out there saying stuff to me. She done rolled her window down and she yelling at them because they was putting the flag up. And I think I did say something back to them, but she didn't hear me say something back. But she rolled her window down, started yelling at them kids because they were messing with me.
That's what we do.
And this was like, what, 4th grade? So how old was I in 4th grade?
Probably maybe like 8 or 9.
Young.
Okay.
But, yeah. So I think that's kind of when it started. I don't know. I feel like maybe you've seen it on me as well. But no, I never. Like,
So you didn't.
I never just went to her and like, oh, I'm
Somebody's
getting bullied. It's not funny. It's funny now.
You can laugh, and that's
It's
the
not
thing.
funny.
The magic part of it, we can laugh about it now, right? Like I said the other day, yesterday, I was at a place and I was speaking about abuse, and I was speaking about how I survived, how I walking in freedom from that, and I couldn't laugh about it when the nigga was choking me. You know what I'm saying, at the time, but now I can laugh about how I ran around the hotel because that no longer holds me. That no longer has me hostage, and so I'm gonna bring out those points because I want you to see that no longer have you hostage. You was 4 years old, but your mom, thank God that your mom she saw you. Can I say that? Because some parents don't see their kids. And some kids are suffering, some kids are going through some things, and some parents don't see their kids. But you had a mom who saw it, who took notice of it, and she was like, hey, we need to do something about it. But I wanted to start there because you're not there anymore. You're not at that place anymore. And that's just, from me, one of the memories that I remember of really. I seen your mom. We worked together on ministry, but that's where the forefront started. And it came from her standing up saying, I don't normally talk. I don't normally do this, but she was standing talking on your behalf saying, hey, my daughter went through this and this is why I started this. So I thank you for answering the question. That wasn't so bad, was it?
No.
Yeah. So how do you feel now coming from there and going into your teenage years? How do you feel from that fourth, you said 4th grade, to let's maybe say going into your freshman year of high school? What was that like? Come on, remember, we talking to the youth. We talking to some people that are going through some things, or some parents might be on that something you say might can give them some leeway.
From there to 9th grade. I don't know. I feel like as a teenager, I kind of had not a tough time, but teenagers. Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Um,
What was so tough about being a teenager? Because from my eyesight, if I'm looking now, just looking in, I'm like, man, she probably had the best teen years ever. You know what I'm saying? Her mom cool, she fly, she da. But that's me looking in, like from the outside. So what was it like to be you as a teenager?
I would say tough because I ain't. I mean, I got maybe a little trauma, but I don't got like trauma.
Okay.
My teenage years, it wasn't like tough, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it really. You just know, like as a teenager, you just transition, experience thing. I will say, what's the word y'all used to use for me?
What?
You're
What,
eccentric. Yeah.
So maybe like the eccentric part, trying to find your way, or
Yeah. I say that. Yeah.
So you was trying to find your way.
I'm still finding a
And y'all heard it. She said from then to
still
now,
finding
her
a way.
teenage years, she was trying to find a way. And she's still, we're going to put a pause on that because I got to say something. She said she's still trying to find a way. But when I go back and look at her teenage years to where she at right now, baby, she has advanced way too far. And we don't give ourselves enough credit. But we gonna hold on that because I'm going to jump on over here to Imani B. What is up, girl? You in the building, in the building. She said, yes, y'all. I'm still coming back to you, though. Imania, we in the building, girl. We can look back at over your life and start at your youth phase of where you were. I just remember you growing up. I remember you coming in the salon. I remember you. What was my name?
What was a snail?
You calling me Snail, I call you Frog. That was our little love language to each other. And I remember your mom bringing you in and just seeing you on camera grow up. I really wasn't in the deep down diving part of everything that happened
Right.
in your life. But if you could go back to one space when you were young, and now that you're 25 years old, when you look back at the younger you and be like, "Wow, God, I thank you, I survived that." What would that be? Just at your youth, not your teenage years, but at your youth years, your youth.
Um, I would say that looked like, I want to say like, I call it like a beautiful storm because my childhood I was peaceful. I was the child everybody loved. I loved being around the elders. I was an outside kid, so anything to catch butterflies, picking apples from the tree, that was my childhood as a youth. Um, I would say, because I was going to piggyback for Janiya, um, a lot of I would say, till I got about age 9 or 10, that's when trauma started for me. 9 or 10. It was like little trauma, like little teeny trauma before then, but it was like something that you can kind of go over. I would say the only thing as a kid, as a youth, that I had to work on as a 25-year-old, because it's still things that I'm healing from my inner child. That was daddy issues. I went through a lot of trauma within my dad. He's passed now. But I went through a lot of trauma within my dad where, as a little girl, I used to I think that was the only thing that was sad in me. I would cry. If he didn't show up, I would cry. But other than that, it was more so as long as I was the light to everybody else. So I had like a bunch of companion as a little girl, the comforter. That's what they called me, the comforter.
Okay.
So
So she said her youth was like it was okay. So I'm going into, as you said, you're piggybacking off of Naya. So around 9, 12, going into your teenage years, that's when you began to see, was it bullying? What type
Yeah.
of trauma did you see?
it was more so like bullying for me. I went through bullying very bad in middle school, 6th through 8th grade. I didn't tell my mom. She found out by me trying to attempt suicide in middle school.
Okay, let's talk about that.
Yeah, so she found out then. I remember one of my longtime friends came in the bathroom to look for me, and I was trying to find the hardest way to hang myself. I don't know why in that moment, but I was trying so hard, and it's like my hand could not get a grip of nothing I was trying to. And when my mom found out, she was so angry, but she understood at the same time. It was more so like, let me figure out why, instead of being angry at you. Let me figure out why. And it was more so like the bullying started with when you come from a good family, you're taken care of. My bullies was more so, how can I put it? It was like a jealousy. I put it that way. It was jealousy. Anything to make me feel like the outcast. Oh, her forehead's big. Oh, she got every shoe. Oh, she has her parents. Oh, she has this. So as a middle schooler, you're taught things like that is a blessing. You supposed to have stuff like that. But as a middle schooler, I can say it shifted my confidence in myself, because I always had confidence in myself. Okay. And I can say it shifted in middle school with being bullied by females, guys that was mad that I wouldn't like them. They always say if they mean to you, they like you. But they didn't like me.
You had a lot of people liking you in 4th grade, girl.
Yeah, it's like it was a lot. And I could say like I'm very glad that my mom was aware, because once she found out, it was like, she was on crunch time. So it was more so like devotions. She was speaking it to me at an early age, so it was more pouring into sending devotionals every morning. checking in while I'm in school. Like, how's you doing? Is anybody bothering you? Do you need to talk to somebody? She has even encouraged me to talk to counselors in school.
Okay, parents, are y'all listening?
So
this is
that was
listen.
that was like a very push for me. Counselors finding my route, knowing that I was unique. So I would say my bullying was like, it was just middle school. That's it, middle school.
Middle school.
Yep.
Okay. So we had two words, unique and
Eccentric.
eccentric. So we got unique, Monty B, what she call herself, and we got eccentric, Janiya Elise. Like if you take those two things, like it really describes you. That's why, you know what I'm saying? Like when I look at you, eccentric, yeah, your fashion desire, your designing. We're gonna dig all into that, you know what I'm saying? But I give a base of what we got going on. They keep laughing, y'all.
Because they,
It helps me.
Right.
yeah, she said it helps her.
I see her sister over there. She had got her sister in the building, y'all. She ain't on camera, but Nadia's in the building. Y'all give it up for Nadia. She's here like her mama would say, for moral support. She came to support
That's
her.
what
She
she
gonna be on the
said.
next episode.
Look, they coming back. Her sister coming back 20, and I get to grill them like they mama did with my daughter.
I did not. They got it here and they wanted to talk.
They wanted to talk though, for real. But when I think of that, Monty B, unique, and Janiya Elise, eccentric. You know what I'm saying? When I think of that, we talked about the youth, we talked about the bullying, we talked about middle school, and teenage. When you go into high school, like, come on. I had some good times in high school. You know what I'm saying? I kind of was a little grown in high school. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be a basketball star, but I ended up doing something else. You know what I'm saying? But with your high school years, Janiya, give me one good thing or two good things that you experienced in high school to make you say, wow, I would experience that again. I would do that again. Or like, nah, I won't go that route. But let's look at one good thing in high school that made you say, the reason why you chose the path that you chose on today. What was it in high school that guided you to where you are? I know you still in a place, but you far more farther than what you think.
Well, I hated school growing up, so
Okay.
I wouldn't say anything at school. I would not do high school over. I would not do middle school. I would not do nothing over
Why did you hate school?
because of the work, really. But I mean, I was like the type of person I didn't
Hold on, says the girl who was in college again, and you hated work.
I still hate it now.
Let's talk about that, because there's somebody out here that their parents are making them go to school, and they don't want to be in school. Their parents are making them do stuff that is not going to do nothing but cost them a lot of money at the end, because they want them to do something that they want them to do. But if I can look at your mom right now, she making you go to school. Now, y'all don't know about prior to, but right now, I know for a fact that she's not making you go to school. It's something that you chose to do. So when I say that, and you saying you would not do high school over, you would not do middle school over, you would not do elementary school over, what about college?
I would do college.
Okay, so let's
Wait,
drive
I
it.
gotta answer your other.
Go ahead. She got to rib me on in. I went too fast. There you go. Rib me on in. You
That's my
your mama's child, girl.
Okay. If you asked me about high school, I would say the one thing I really like with high school was the step team.
Okay.
Definitely the step team.
Okay. And which step team was that? What?
I mean, I was on different teams, so I won't say which one, but
Okay.
I mean,
okay.
I'd just say stepping overall.
Stepping overall.
Stepping overall.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and just being busy, going to step shows, like every weekend. Yeah.
So that was your highlight of the day. You want to hurry up and get out of school, go to step practice.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Okay. Okay.
It just kept me busy.
Kept you busy.
Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes we can be too busy to not really focus on what we need to focus on. But so let's go to this college. You love college. You would do college over.
Yeah.
Why would you do college over?
It's something Shan said last time she was here.
Okay.
And I just relate to her so much. Like, I'm thinking I'm going to go to college. This a fresh start for me. I'm going to do all this. I ain't did nothing.
Okay.
Like, starting out, I did, like, put myself out there more. And then, like, things happen. Family members pass and stuff. But then I just kind of became like closed off and just like always in my room. I'm a homebody. I like being at home, really.
But you a fashion designer.
I know.
Like, you supposed to be in Paris. Like, come on.
That's what I'm saying.
You got to... I'm looking at you now like, okay, your fit. It's like, yeah. Y'all got to check out the coat. I'm saying, though, but she's a fashion designer. So, we gotta come up out of that thing.
I know. It's just...
What is it that has you stuck?
At home or like overall?
Overall. What are you fearing?
What am I fearing?
What's the fear that you won't just say, let me cross over this bridge? I don't know what's on the other side of it, but what's the fear?
Failure.
That's a good one.
She said failure, y'all. We're going to come back to that, right? Failure, because every day I get up, I fail. But let me tell you something. Today was the day I watched Darius Daniels, right? And if y'all haven't watched that series, Darius Daniels, he talked about losing to lose. You have to go through a loss in order to win, right? But he said God takes us through things. If we lose, it's loss, it goes from loss to losing, right? But he talked about if we don't ever go through the losing, if we don't ever go through the loss, we'll never know what the experience is as far as losing. And I want to just give you that today. Go back and watch that because it spoke so much volume to me. And I think what we're going through, what we're experiencing today, when you say failure, like we can't, if we don't ever try, how we know we're going to fail?
And then if we never fail, like how do we know like what to change? Like one of the things as like a step team coach, with my kids, we go to shows. They don't always win. They don't always place. We're not always first. But we always show up and they always perform. And we always go back and look at like the score sheets to see like what our scores are, the comments, like what people saw when they looked at the show. So whatever the feedback. So like how do we know how to get better? Like what if we quit or stop trying because we didn't place first? So taking that first step regardless, because the fear of failure can paralyze you from just making moves that would actually help you to grow and like to become better. You don't know sometimes how to become better until you step out there and you experience failure or, you experience disappointment. So we don't know yet until we take that first step. And then once we experience failure or we experience disappointment, at that point we can kind of process like what we did and reevaluate things and then just press your way forward.
So, with everything your mama just said, right? When you look at where you are right now, just at the moment where you are, and when I look at it from when you say 4th grade to now, like you beat the odds. Some people didn't get to do a 4-year college. Some people they started but they quit. They started, but they didn't finish. They started, but they couldn't finish. You know what I'm saying? You finished, and now you find yourself in what you got. How long you got left in the second degree that you're getting?
Like 2 years.
2 years, but you started over for some reason. You said, I finished this, and I'm gonna go back to school. And so I don't look at it. You didn't know what was gonna happen then. So I don't look at it as a fear of failure. Maybe it's a fear of I'm afraid what's gonna be next, and I think sometimes we get in our comfort zone, and we can be in our comfort zone, and our comfort zone makes us think that I'm afraid to fail, but literally you really haven't because you still stepped out and went to school again. You know what I'm saying? You still stepped out and you're still doing things. You might not do it consistently how you should, but one thing I posted today, I thank God for my consistency. I'm 47, about to be 48. It took me to age 45 to really begin to be consistent in everything that I do. You know what I'm saying? Today, I feel like, coming here, that weather beat my bones down, but when I get in the room, when I get in the building, why? Because this is something I love to do. Like, y'all see me acting silly. Y'all see me acting crazy. Like, when I'm in the studio, it tops nothing else. Why? Because many, many years ago, me and your mom sat down and we talked about us doing doing things like this. And it's many years ago, and here we come just going to a book club set, and we ended up meeting brother, and here we are a year later, and we stepped across the fear. regardless of whether we failed at it or not, we stepped across. We went a couple of months, we didn't do it, but guess what? We got back up and we keep pushing. And I want to say that to you, like, you got so much in store for you. Like, just your jacket alone. Like, I could see you doing that design. Come on, Janiya Elise, with your name on it. Come on. Janiya Elise, what you say the word was? Exquisite designs?
Eccentric.
Eccentric designs. Well, I just gave you another word. Exquisite. I don't know where I got that from, but hey, take it. You know what I'm saying? But Janiya Elise, eccentric, exquisite designs. Like, you got it. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it just takes sitting back and like realizing, like, hey, man, what am I afraid of? Like, if you fall, you're gonna get back up. But this is about trusting and believing. So I'm glad that you said you would go back and do your college years again. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to pause right here for a moment. We're going to jump over to Money B. But while we pausing, because I want to come back and I want you to share, like, your greatest moments in college. I want you to share, like, what was that moment? And I believe, I don't know if it was something, you designed something or you went, did you go to New York or something? Okay, I'm trying to remember some things, but I want you to share that experience. Somebody didn't get to do that. You know what I'm saying? And so I say that because I don't want you to give up on your fashion dreams. I know you're going to school for real estate and all that good stuff. You're going to be selling us some commercial buildings and good stuff. But I still see you in Paris. I still see you at the New York Fashion Week. Come on, I still see you doing those things. Like, come on.
Oh, I can't go with you.
Yeah, I want to go too. Yeah. Money B, listen. So we talked tonight about high school. She said high school, stretched it. College, she got there, and she said she would do college again. You said middle school was, what about your high school years? Because I know just this year alone, you have had challenges, and you executed those things. So let's talk about high school going into now at the age of 24. You got,
25.
I know you're 25, but you got your degrees at 24.
So did.
Yeah, see, I'm on that. I'm on that. I'm on that.
You right.
Yeah, I clocked that T. Yeah. I know you're 25, girl. But let's talk about high school years. How was your high school years?
My high school was fun.
Okay.
If I'm being honest. I went through having the first love experience throughout high school. We just celebrated his birthday yesterday, 5 years in heaven. I want to say one of my best experiences in high school was joining Upward Bound, the early college program.
I was in that.
I had a fun time. I learned a lot of ethics in there. I learned a lot of, like, morals. We traveled. I toured so many colleges. My dream college was Georgia Gwinnett. I wanted to be a dance girl in high school. Dance girl. I played volleyball. I did softball. I had 2 jobs. I worked at Chick-fil-A and Foot Locker. So I had, like, the hustle mindset in high school. My mind was like, I got to get the money. I got to get the money. I knew I wanted to be a nurse, but I did not want to go off to a university because, sorry, Mom and Dad, I had strict parents. Like, it was none of that. You're not going to them parties. You gonna work, you gotta come home with good grades. If you don't, you on punishment. So a lot of stuff I missed out on that I felt like I missed out on as a teenager. They basically was shaping me. So I was very mature for my age. So going into college, I wound up going to Pitt. I went to Pitt.
Pause. You said they were shaping you, but let's dig into the rebellious stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, nothing go unnoticed because we talking to the people out here, right? And so they said what you couldn't do, right?
Right.
So going into that, what did Imani do?
I've came in the house plenty of times late. My mom curfew used to be like 10 maybe. I'd come in about 10:30. I used to it got to a point in high school I started smelling myself, as they say. I started smelling myself, so I felt like I was working. I could speak up for myself. And it was
Angela, you ain't smack it down, did you, girl? You.
Nah, but she made it clear though. Like, she made it very clear. Like, it don't matter how old you get, I'll knock you to this floor.
Oh yeah.
So if dishes won't wash, clothes won't fold, it was consequences after that. I had ways where sometimes I had like a stubborn trait. I wouldn't want to hear nothing they saying. I always was like that. I wouldn't want to hear it because it wasn't more so I didn't want to hear it. I just didn't feel heard. So with me not being felt heard, it kind of made me rebellious.
Why you felt like they didn't hear you? Because you wanted to do what you wanted to do, or you felt like, come on, let's
I
talk to
felt
somebody else
like
out there.
I felt like I wanted to do what I wanted to do, but I also wanted them to understand that my life path wasn't their life path of teenagers.
So want to get to.
Right. So it was more so with me where I wanted them to understand this generation form of this age group, and with having old fashioned parents, it was like, no, you're gonna go this way. And it made me like really rebellious for a good little minute. It made me and my mom bump heads for a good little minute. I say my teenage years, we bumped heads. I was searching for affection, because my mom was like, she was definitely her and my dad was the provider, but when it came down to affection and giving love, it's like that was hard to give. But the older I got, I realized I had to forgive them because they wasn't taught that neither. So the older I got, my mom apologized to me for it, and I started coming around more and being more obedient, because then I started to realize there was a good in it. So my rebellious years in high school, they was more so like tempting my parents with me wanting to go out and have fun, like Star City, graffiti, the parks. Yeah, that was a teen club for us. I wanted to go too, but it got to a point where I started like sneaking out. That's when I became sneaky. So it was like, I'm going to this party. I don't care what
Did you ever
say.
sneak out?
No.
Okay. Okay. I was just asking.
Yeah, it would be like,
Scared.
You'll be scared.
Yeah.
She look timid, like she don't be doing nothing to nobody. She don't look like y'all look like the Brady Bunch family. Like she.
What I said earlier, she small, but she feisty.
I knew Miss Catrice once. Let's see, I know it. But yeah, it was. Now I never took my parents' car. I never like did nothing like that because I knew I probably won't be here to tell y'all that story right now.
Nadia took the car.
Oh no, I had to look over there to see.
But it was like I would tell my mom I'm somewhere and I'd be somewhere else the whole time. And it was to the point that I felt like she was catching on, because she'd call me like, hey, come to the house real quick. And we'll be all the way in Raleigh. I'd be like, oh my God, I ain't gonna be able to make it back in time. So I would just tell her like, Mom, I'm in Raleigh.
Okay.
And I deal with the consequences. So yeah, high school was.
So you learned that lying ain't always the option, right? Just
Yeah,
lie.
I did learn that.
Tell the truth. You gonna get in trouble one way.
Lying, I can't back you up. Always said that she can't back us up if we don't tell her fully what's going on.
Yeah, that's the truth. That's the
So-
truth. So high school was good to you. So
Yeah.
how, let's talk about college, because I know I just heard you say Pitt Community.
Yeah, I went to Pitt. I keep trying.
You about like 10, girl. 10,
Yeah, you
10.
delayed, but you not denied.
There
That's what
you
I had
go.
to realize. But my first year of college, I went for nursing. My first year of college was terrible. My grades was A's. But that's when I ventured out. I got in a abusive relationship mentally. I had 2 jobs. I was staying in a 4-bedroom college campus with 3 other girls. It was like really hard. I went through a lot my first year of college. Like I experienced like 4 deaths beginning of college. Right before I took my nursing, I took a nursing test. I was passing my classes with all A's, so that was good. I was passing. But mentally, I was crashing out. I was spiraling my first year of college. I was drinking. I became an alcoholic. I was like really spiraling. Like I was trying to commit suicide once again. And it was very hard that my parents had to take a step back from me. It was like I turned away from God in that year. I felt like, I'm like, well, you want me to go through this? You wouldn't put me through this if you didn't want me to go through it. And it took for my first love to pass away for me to get like a wake-up call from God.
Wow.
So I would say 2020 of November was my wake-up call for me. Because I remember that year of college, I was going through boyfriend problems. It was like really bad. I lost maybe like 40 pounds. So I went from 160 to like 120. I became like unrecognizable. People was looking at me like, oh my God, girls, you doing drugs? And I'm telling them like I'm mentally gone, like I'm not here. And it was a lie. I was ashamed. I was guilty. And I would say that a lesson that I learned in that is it's fun. It was fun dating guys a little older than me, but it was very like traumatic because most times I was a female that came from family. And when you date somebody that don't have that, they pull you from it. And when you're young, you're not going to realize that. You're going to look at it as like, oh, I'm in love. I need to be here for him. I need to do this. But I realized every person that wanted best for me separated. And I was basically just with him where he wanted me to be, and it was so terrible. Like, I suffered. It was terrible. I didn't even know who I was. And I remember it took my mom to come in my house because she cut my lease. Because she was like, I'm not about to keep helping you, and you got this man staying here. It's a lot. And she cut my lease, and I remember she came in my room, and she broke down and she cried. And she told me she could sense death. And I kept telling her, I was like, yeah, that's what I want. Like, I had a little note written out for them, for my brother. I had a note written out for all of them. And it got to the point my mom, which we never did it, she started doing it when I was going through that. She would call me every night and pray. She would be like, Monday, let me pray with you. I know you don't want to talk. Let me pray with you. And I would listen to her. I'd be like, I'm listening. I ain't got nothing to say, but I'm listening. And I think it really took my dad Maurice to snap me back, because I realized I was breaking my parents' heart. They didn't know if I was alive. They didn't know if I was dead. They didn't know if I killed myself or if he did it. So it was like really a lot. And to watch my brother watch me go through something like that, it just did something to me. And I was like, that's it. And it was like, that was my wake-up call. And I felt like I went through all of that death in that year for God to show me that he was still number one. And I knew, like, my source was him, but I just couldn't. It was too cloudy for me to get there. So it was like, my first year of college was terrible. Like, that's one experience I would never want to go back, because I'm just now at 25 healing from things that ruined me at 20.
Wow. And there was a quietness in the room. I never knew that about her. Like, wow.
Yep.
Okay, let me bring myself back on in here. Yeah. Huh? That was deep, y'all.
Yeah.
Like, literally. And Janiya, when I'm looking at you, like, God has a way of doing things, right?
Right.
Because I know your experience wasn't her experience, right? But I thank you for sharing your experience. Because a lot of times we don't want to share stuff. A lot of times we don't want to put it out there. And somebody out there needs to hear that. Like, I didn't get to experience the 4-year college thing. You know what I'm saying? And from hearing Shenita, my daughter, and I'm thinking she good in college, and she like, nah, I'm up here struggling. I'm seeing counselors. I'm doing this, and I'm thinking you good. And she not good, but I'm at home helping take care of her sister and her baby. So it's like you thinking they good, and they really not good. But I thank God for your mom and dad coming in, you know, to not leave your side. But when you said they stepped back, and sometimes we have to take a step back. But Janiya, with her saying that about her college, and I know you said if you could go back to college, was it ever a time that you felt or that you was in a place of that nature that you would like to share with somebody out there that know y'all went through it, but y'all living proof that y'all sitting here now, like y'all, hey, you defeated it. You know what I'm saying? Like you pressed through it. So this is the moment. You know, this is real talk with Shenita, her story, his story with Catrice. And so these are things that we want to put out there, because there's some young man, some young girl out there like, hey man, I went through that same thing. And they can look at y'all as living witnesses like, wow, man, they made it through. So is it just my question to you before we move on to the good stuff? Is there something that you experienced that you would like to share?
I mean, in college, I kind of wanted to drop out. I was just saying it. Like, I think the second part of my freshman year is when I first, like, took a flight and, like, traveled somewhere. And I was like, I like this. So then that next year, I was like, I want to be a flight attendant. I want to drop out. Like, I'm tired of these classes. But I stayed.
You stay.
So you can be flight attendant.
Do you still have a dream of being a flight attendant?
No.
Okay. She said no. I don't have a dream of being a flight attendant. Did you talk to your mom about you wanted to drop out?
Yeah, we had a lot of conversations about a lot of stuff. But yeah.
So, but you kept going. Yeah. Okay. Did you have any heartache in college?
Like, right when I got to college, my aunt passed away.
Okay.
And then, like, 2 weeks later, my husband passed away. And I was like,
Who's your husband?
Chadwick Boseman.
Oh. Yeah, yeah,
Sit back.
yeah.
We
Your,
done
your
both
celebrity,
leaned up.
your celebrity husband. Okay, yeah,
That one really
Cyrus,
hurt
yeah,
me.
that hurt you. Yeah. Okay, she said, "Yeah, I'm not laughing." Okay,
That was
I
some
know
real
that hurt
It
your
really
heartache.
was.
It was some
Really?
real.
Yeah.
She came up there to visit.
Came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
That was some real.
Her
heartache.
sister had to leave Chapel Hill to come to Durham. Well, pick her up.
Come pick
Like,
me up.
yeah.
So you was like me when Whitney passed, then, and when
I
Tupac
she
and
was-
Biggie passed.
Yeah, she was
I
heartbroken.
literally called my sister and I was like, Taylor Boseman died. Yeah, then I had to call my mama. She came up there, took me out. And I
Wow.
started crying again.
Personally, I get that because I was crying when Tupac died. I was when Biggie. I was, and Whitney. That was really my girl. I'm in this place, Janiya's real reserved. Emonia's like, okay, I'm just about to give it all out to you. You your mama. You know what I'm saying?
You said
And
what?
I said, you your mama. You your mama. And with that being said, I want to talk about relationships. Being young adults. Yeah, I told y'all, we getting all into it. We getting into it. Being young adults. Now, I'm 47, y'all, and I'm celibate. And I tell y'all, man, this thing ain't... whoa.
Girl.
Woo. Woo. I told y'all, real talk with Shenita, her story with Catrice. So, being real, how do... Y'all are beautiful young women. The both of you are. I know y'all love the Lord. And listen, I tell y'all, we don't dot our I's, we don't cross our T's. I know y'all striving to be the best y'all can. Y'all, we have our own personal conversation. Ain't none of y'all business conversation we be having. Okay. But how do you manage being young adults and dating? Because I know back then the dating scene, and when I look at the dating scene now, them niggas still. I know her harm or tend against the men. Okay, I'm not the one to bash the men, but I don't know. So, dating as a young adult, what is that like? Either one of y'all.
You could go first.
I'm sorry. Dating in today's time is definitely it's a balance because everybody's coming with trauma. Like everybody's coming with some type of trauma or it's some type of hurt people. I can say for me, I really haven't had I've been in between dating. I started dating again 22 and I took a break again at 23. I'm single now. It's a lot. But I can say I've met guys that set the bar and teach me exactly how I'm supposed to be treated as a female, but then I've met guys that's looking for a mom figure or a control me figure. So this in today's time of dating, I would say as a female, I'm learning now I set my boundaries from the get go.
That's right.
So as soon as we talk or we text, I go ahead and lay everything out.
And you run them away.
Basically, but I feel like that's a protection.
Yeah.
Because it's a boundary. So if you can't respect the boundary, it's all right. But I would say I definitely been setting boundaries. I say try to have an open heart, a gesture a little bit. I've been trying to put myself out there to go on little dates, go out. But it's really been the scenery. That's what it's been like. This the type of walk that I'm on. My scenery would be a jazz club, probably all these food mart. It's never the gym, somewhere the library. It's not the same as my taste as a teenager. And I think that's what's hard for me dating now because a lot of people are still stuck on their past. They still comfortable, like you said earlier. They still comfortable. So it's I'm in an uncomfortable stage. So it's I can't really juggle it. Okay. I feel like I'm dating somebody that's a child figure sometimes because it's you got to have a voice dating these guys nowadays, or you're gonna get controlled, manipulated, and narcissists. Them manipulators and narcissists.
They out there.
They out here. It's bad. It's so bad.
Yeah.
And yeah, a lot of guys, they just not used to strong minded. It's no offense to guys, but a lot of guys are not used to strong minded females. They look at it as a threat. Mm-hmm. Me expressing to you how I feel, you take it as negativity instead of listening to understand.
Ooh.
So yeah,
listening to understand.
So yeah, it's iffy for me.
Okay. What about you, girl?
Non-existent.
She's synonymous.
I'm not ready. I learned that this year. Not dating. We went on a few dates. Talking to somebody like this past summer, I realized I'm not ready because he was looking for a housewife and a mother for some kids. I don't think I was placed on this earth to be somebody's mom. I want to be selfish. I got stuff I want to do. So.
Okay, you ain't ready yet.
Ready
I'm
yet?
not ready.
Okay, but you gonna be somebody's mama one day.
Maybe.
Okay. Well, you got your nieces when you ready. You got
My little new.
you got your little new when you ready. Yeah, that's real though, y'all. Like we don't talk about that. Like, and especially in the we got the aunties. They call us the cougars and all whatever they call us. I ain't no cougar though.
You a cougar?
Yeah, she over 45.
No, now hold on. What are you talking about? Because a cougar is somebody that.
I thought it was
Look,
Oh, we
let's stay on
aunties.
track.
Go
Yeah,
for
because
younger folks.
yeah.
What's
you
a
talking
cougar?
about?
To go for younger folks.
Well, I'm talking about the aunties.
No, because you call me a cougar. Them the people. Now them. Never mind.
What's a cougar?
They go for younger people.
Like if I was dating somebody like 30 or 20 something, like
Okay, she no cougar, y'all. That was a laughable moment. Ha ha.
girl.
No, I'm saying though, like us as aunties, they call us aunties. You know that.
Yeah.
You
that
said
little
they call
saying.
us cougars.
Well, they do call them cougars, the ones who want the 20 and the 30, don't they, brother?
But I
I know you ain't no
this
cougar.
ain't about me, but I don't want that. Keep continue.
Sis got routed. That thing came up then. It's like, hold on.
Really?
I was saying us as in general, like the population, the people.
Okay.
She said, don't single her
And
out.
Naya and Janiya over there laughing.
They so silly.
Well, I'm just saying, I know for us, like we're in a place where like we really, I done heard it all before, okay? We in that place. But as y'all being young and vibrant, like it's like I'm trying to see what's what, you know what I'm saying? Is the scenery different? Has the scenery changed? You know?
Yes, it's yeah, it is. They don't yearn no more. How they say it on TikTok, they don't yearn no more for us. Or sing those songs.
That's
They don't do
that
that no more.
90s.
Like in Bridgerton. It's not
In
giving-
Bridgerton.
It's not giving Bridgerton.
It's not giving British. Huh? So what do you think they're looking for? You don't know?
Maybe.
It's not you. Okay. Well, I just wanted to get all up in y'all relationship and stuff. But
I
that's
will say, like,
Go
the
ahead.
more I talk to, like, men or people, like, if they try to talk to me, I just know, like, yeah, I'm not ready. Or, like, that's not what I want
do you even give them a conversation?
sometimes.
What make you say, nah?
And you got the plaid.
Just
Come
looking
on.
at them on social media. I mean, you're not supposed to judge people, but I know, like, baby, you're not a man of God, so no. I can tell.
That's discernment.
Let's talk about that. Cause men of God ain't men of God.
They not.
Men of God ain't. I'm telling y'all, my man gonna be from the streets, okay, and he gonna know God, but
Hold on, I got a question because you
Go
said
ahead.
men of God
Are
are
not.
not men of God. So what does that mean?
all men. Let me rephrase that and get it right. All men that proclaim they are of God are not of God. Now you got her finger up. Go ahead.
I said something, like, a while ago. I don't know. I posted on Facebook. I was like, the devil knows scripture, too.
Yeah.
So,
Let me put my hand up over there. You know what I'm saying? Because you proclaiming one thing and nah, that ain't my tea, my cup of tea. But so you're looking for not looking because a man that find a wife find a good thing. You want your king to find you, but the king that you want to find you want him to have a relationship. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I
I
want
don't know
to.
somebody. All you posting on social media is guns and weed and money. Like, I'm not about to get shot for nobody.
Sis,
That's right.
That's real.
That's right, baby. That's right.
look at the mama over here.
That's right.
That's for the girls. The girls that like the street boys. That's the consequence.
Well,
that
that's
come with
due,
it.
but that's the truth. But I got some little soldiers on my team that, hey, real talk is, you know what I'm saying? Like, That's just real talk. I'm gonna bring her up here one day, but if I could contest, my daughter, she every image, every spit of what I was back then. So as a mother, I have to deal with that. I thank God that you're not in that space and you know what I'm saying? But as a mother, real talk, we got people, we got women, we got fathers out here that have to deal with kids that have dated them. When I look at my daughter, I'm like, dang, you dating somebody that was your dad. Thank God, baby daddy, you done changed. But nevertheless, you know what I'm saying? So that's a fear from a mother standpoint. But I thank God that you're in that place where you can look out and see, like, hey, nah, I see you from afar. That ain't something I want to do. You know what I'm saying? And we all have we got to get there. But at an early age, I could see that, and y'all are walking that path. You know what I'm saying? To know what to look for and not let money. You know what I'm saying? Because 9 times out of 10, when a younger girl dating an older man or an older man dating a younger woman or however vice versa it go, is looking at what they got either behind them or them dollars. You know what I'm saying? And that booty get flat one day, okay, and them dollars get gone, okay? Just
Real talk.
Fonte,
You said real talk.
am I telling the truth or not? Okay, I'm just saying.
Fonte threw his hands up.
Yeah, just threw the hands up because that's just the truth. Like at the end of the day, like so for you saying what you want, that's a plus. Stick with your guns. Stick with what you want. Stick with what you know, and like, cause it's gonna be challenges and tests gonna come up, and I'm like, I don't think I'm too good, but that ain't my cup of tea. Okay. Sis, anything else you want to chop up, talk about? I do want to hit the rundown of what y'all got going on now. Each one of y'all. But is anything, any more questions? Ask. We're going to do a part 2 of this segment, y'all, with the young ladies, the young adults. But
Got some questions for me, sis.
Girl.
I got some comments you want to look at. 'Em.
Okay,
Yes.
comments.
what's the comments coming on the page? Who is this?
This is Miss Vernon.
I do agree.
What she say? The children really need an outlet to be heard, and early identification, early intervention outreach program is out here helping the community along.
Along the way. So,
That's
That's what it
it.
sound like.
I'm sorry.
It was it the second part of it?
it's probably a longer comment.
Yeah, it was a long time.
Okay.
Um,
Let's see. Let me go through some of them.
10 years are some of the best, but some of
That's actually one of my friends. To be
I do agree with that. Like, especially, I think it's something about like that middle school and like you were saying about the transition from like elementary to middle school to kind of finding your way. And I think as parents, we need to kind of, sometimes we don't know what our kids are going through, but really like just be attentive and give your kids a space. Now, I don't know if my child would say that I did that, but just really try and give your kids a space. I know for me, when I was a kid, like if I felt like I was going to get in trouble for like speaking my mind or saying what I was going through, then I just wouldn't talk at all. So one of the things I've tried to do as a parent is to kind of leave that door and the floor open for them to be able to express themselves. I don't know if it was always received that way, but I definitely tried to like keep the communication open or like have an open enough relationship where they would feel comfortable talking to me. You feel comfortable?
Yeah.
I could say
she said yeah now.
I can say anytime I didn't feel, because I didn't feel comfortable talking to my mom about a lot of stuff, but I had, like, she made it clear for me to have outlets.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it was a big cousin, an older sister, talk to somebody. That's how you talk to somebody.
Yeah.
And I would say I learned a lot from my god sisters, honestly, because a lot of stuff I wanted to go to my mom about, they was more so like, well, we're going to give it to you raw cut. This is what's going to happen. And it saved me from a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I can say like them years was definitely finding your identity, self-esteem. With me being a first grader teacher, I see my first graders go through it like with self-esteem, and I'm just like, wow, like finding your identity in middle school and high school is the hardest stage, but it's like now it's hitting elementary school. So I would definitely like say for parents that got kids that go through stuff, one of my signs of like depression as a kid that my parents, I think they noticed it, but they probably didn't, was being in my room. I was a child that stayed in my room. I didn't want to really be around family, and I was a child that was around family. So I would say like social media, friends, and the way society is now, it definitely plays a part on a lot of these kids' mental. Because everybody has this look that they're going for instead of being uniquely authentic in themselves.
Yeah.
So that creates a lot of rebellious ways too with teenagers. And I done seen that. So I say like for any teenager that's going through it, talk to somebody, parents. I would tell the parents, don't, what we say, tamper with evidence. Don't tamper with the evidence because I realize the more angry that parents are at a situation, we're going to keep doing it. We're going to keep doing it.
Oh yeah, y'all are.
We're going to want to keep doing it because it's going to be like, well, why she want me to stop so bad? I want to see what's going on.
Yeah.
And instead of like being a listening ear, because sometimes that's all kids want, a listening ear. They need a hug, really, a listening ear. And I say like different outlets to do something different. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Miss Verna said something over there. I was trying to read it. Can you put it back up, brother? Yeah. She posted another comment. Sometimes they don't see it as trauma, and it could be. They say that's how it usually been. So we sometimes don't see the part that is affecting maybe the kids that what she's saying as far as the trauma piece.
More comments.
Okay, go ahead.
Bunch of comments.
All right, y'all got y'all.
All right,
commenting out there.
conversation.
Come on.
Come through with the Is it
So
right?
now you look, when
Is
you
it
breaking
which
the
one?
energy.
Right
It's like this. You just got to.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Period. Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Wrong thing.
Yeah, that's crazy because that's one of my friends that actually watched me go through
It's
bullying
important to
and
speak
everything
to
through middle
teens.
school and high school. So
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, James. He says
it's
important.
Jamil.
Jamel. Oh, I can't see.
You worse than me.
Sorry. I got my cool glasses on today.
Consistency.
Consistency. That's it. April.
April.
Hey, girl. Live, laugh, laugh in the building. Angela, we wasn't straight, just wasn't settling. There go the mama right there, mama bear.
okay now.
Old fashioned and straight. We gonna talk about that on another day.
She's going to talk about it on another day.
Angela, leave my girl alone now.
Look, see, it's coming out. That's in the comment right there. It's coming out.
She got to defend yourself. Ah, we got any more out there?
But I thank my parents for that because to be 25,
I'm over 40 aunties.
Oh.
we all are aunties. Not
We aunties, I cool.
Y'all aunties, not cougars.
We Catrice Cougar or something.
It's
directed
crazy
it at
because-
you.
It's crazy because I met Miss Catrice when I was, how old was I? Like 15, 16?
And brother over there laughing about that.
And I thought she was my age. I had to be like, no, I was like 17, 18.
Oh, wow.
And I thought she was my age. I was like,
It was
got a
like,
friend.
yeah, it was like what, 2019.
And I was like, Mom got me a friend at work. I love Miss Catrice. I'm like, I love Miss Catrice. And then one day she was like, my daughter's 17. I said, 17? I said, you got kids? And that's what I was like.
She how you.
I'm like, Miss Catrice with us. I'm like, that's who I see.
Any more comments?
I'm with y'all, girl. I'm with y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, Claudette see.
You keep doing this.
She 20.
Because you got to tell me what to do, girl. Clock.
We got any more comments,
that tell
brother?
My age right there.
She said we over 40. We aunties. Okay, Angela.
That's y'all aunties.
I'm an auntie girl. I'm a grandma. Clock that T. I'm a grandma. Grandma.
You got it down pat.
I'm a grandma. What's that?
Mental health is real. It definitely is.
That's it. That's it, y'all.
And it's important to have somebody to, like you said, an outlet, somebody you can talk to.
And that's what we do here on this platform. We bring people in to come to be able to share their stories, let somebody else know. I thank you, ladies, for even sharing today on the bullying piece. I thank you for sharing about your teenage years. I thank y'all for coming together. We're going to bring y'all back one-on-one to get into a more intimate conversation. It was supposed to be in that way, but nevertheless, we did
It was meant to happen like
it
this.
happened this way with a group conversation to get the jitters off. So when you come back next time, we're gonna really be uncut, real, and raw about what's going on in your world. But I do want to say, y'all, before we close out, Janiya,
Oh, did you still want to ask the question you had?
which one was her?
She did have
You
a
had
question for
another
us. You
topic you wanted to
said
talk about.
you want to know how we.
Oh yeah, the ending. Where y'all at now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something
That's,
about college.
yeah.
My
Now.
Yeah, now.
There you go.
So what was good or good experience for your young adulthood and where you are now, and
Yeah.
then we can kind of close out.
Good experience, like overall, or from college.
If you want to talk about college, that's fine.
Oh yeah, when I went to New York, that was my good experience. Like I got to go, everything was free. I ain't had to pay for nothing. And then I got to meet like some really cool people like in the fashion industry. And then I got to tour FIT. Well,
What's-
that's Fashion Institute of
I'm
Technology.
about to say, what's
Yeah,
FIT? Yeah.
I had to say it, but Fashion Institute of Technology.
Okay.
It was awesome. Like if I had money, I'd go there.
So that's what I was about to ask you. You know, what's stopping you from going to that school?
I'm broke.
You're not broke. You're just in between blessings. So while you're in between blessings, let's there's scholarships out here. There's things where you could get scholarships to go to these schools. I don't want you to feel that's your fear right there. That's the fear of failure right there. And you know, we're gonna reel it in and bring it on down to that. And so, you know, you just open up a whole can of worms right there because you said if you had the money you would go there. Speak it into existence. You know what I'm saying? Like don't just let this be mundane because I know you're going for real estate, but even in that, can I say it's never too late? So even if when you get your real estate license or real estate to build commercial buildings to do all that good stuff, you still like fashion is your heart. So I have to tell you like don't stop. Like keep pushing. So now it's let me go find me some scholarships. Let me see what I can do to get in this school. Even if you start with just one semester, come on. Even if you start with just one semester to say, you know what, God, let me get this to go this one semester, and then like all you gotta do is take a step, cross over, there go that line right there. Try that line. Step over the line because it's going it's gonna take you stepping over that line. Right now, if I would have never stepped, I always knew I was over it for you. You just got to take it right down, do the math, do your research. I mean, literally, really do your research because I see you in Paris. I see you doing your fashion designs. I see you doing it. And you cannot, just because you get one no or two no's or something fails, like every day you going to fall but get back up. Everything not going to always go the way we planned it to go. It don't. But you lit up when you said you was in New York. You lit up when you said you was there, and that was a great moment for you. So I want you to, even when you get off of you leave here today, take that one thing. Even when you get off of you leave here today, take that one thing from this moment today to remind you, like, I got to get there. And by any means necessary, meaning we ain't doing no crazy stuff, but I got to get there. And so what does it look like? What is this plan? Your vision board. Go back to your vision board. And at the end of this year, let that be your vision board. 2026. Before the end of 2026, I'm saving up my coins. My coins going to come somewhere where I can go and try to get in this school. And it ain't on your faith, but it's on God's faith. Like, God, I trust you. I got big faith in you to know, like, come on. You think Obama, he didn't, you think he was going to be in that office? From where he come from? No, I post, but when we go back and look at the views, we got hundreds of thousands of people looking at us, watching us do what we love to do. So I know if I can make a little girl and brother had to share a room up to about 12, 13. If I can do it, I know you can do it. So don't count yourself out. Cause your baby leaped when you was like you really enjoyed that, and I think the playing piece is you're gonna be getting on different flights, going to meet new people, sharing your design. So don't stop, don't quit. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm looking at you now. You actually finished fashion school, right? You graduated. I came to your graduation part. I was a little late, but I came though. But I came there, and you had your stuff set up. So go back home and look at what you created. And sometimes we gotta take a look back when we feel like it's a loss in order to move forward. So with that being said, from then to now. One last comment?
Somebody close it out for y'all.
Okay. You ladies are amazing. Allow your faith to be built to push out that fear, to walk fully in your purpose. Fear is a disease. Don't allow it to attach.
To your spirit.
To your spirit? She said, fear is a disease. Don't allow it to attach to your spirit. So with that being said, what would you say to the people about from then to now, where you are, what you've accomplished, and what you look forward to in 2026?
Now, I would say I came a long way, and I'm really proud of myself. Yeah. But I will say now I'm still figuring it out, and for 2026, I'm ready to go. Ready.
You ready to go?
Yeah.
Well, stop trying to figure it out.
Okay.
'Cause we keep saying we trying to figure it out, but you believe, right?
Yeah.
You trust them, right? Step out on faith. Faith over fear. You guys, what can you say to one young girl, one young boy out there?
If you're being bullied, just make sure to like have somebody to talk to about it. Like go to your parents or a counselor. Yeah. As far as college is not for everybody. There's nothing wrong with leaving and coming back. There's nothing wrong with community college. Because I know when I went, they try to make it seem like community college is no, there's nothing wrong with going to community college and like transferring or like just staying at community college. And like if you're in college or university, just keep pushing. Just keep moving.
She said to keep pushing, keep moving. Janiya, at least y'all heard it from her from then to now. Come on, give it up for Janiya, at least. Money B, as we close out, girl, let us know from then to now what nuggets would you leave for a young boy, young girl?
From then to now, I would say that I'm proud of the person I became, the young woman I am. I call it the God journey.
Okay.
The Jesus journey. That's where I'm at. I would leave nuggets for boy and a girl, with for the kids out here, teenagers. Journal more and say less. I would say that. Journal more, say less. Find certain hobbies that you like to do that leave you in silent moments, because you're gonna get your confirmations in those still moments. I would definitely say going to college, go with a plan. No, go with a prayer and a plan. Keep God first. That's the only advice I can give you in college, is keep God first and pray. I say don't feel ashamed of what you go through and speak to somebody, because we're all going through it. You'll be surprised. My story didn't look like my story. So do not be afraid to speak, and don't be afraid to speak up for others that cannot speak up. So that's all I can say.
Okay, Money B, Catrice J, you got anything you want to say?
I just want to thank you both for coming and sharing and allowing yourselves to be vulnerable. I know that sometimes it's not easy to step outside of your comfort zone and to share like things that are really personal that you might not always talk about. So I just commend you for coming on and sharing and just being willing to be vulnerable, because the words you share could help somebody else. So thank you both.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Y'all heard it here first, y'all. We had none other than Janiya Elise in the building. Money B in the building on today. Real Talk with Shenita. Her story, his story. With your girl,
Catrice.
Listen, y'all. Season 2, episode 4, y'all. Listen, we thank God for these beautiful and amazing young women. I would say to y'all, continue to keep pushing, continue to keep pressing, continue to keep praying, continue to keep praising your way through. This may be the first of you seeing them, but this is not the last time you seeing them here, y'all. We would definitely want to bring them back to continue to make impact to the community, to the young women, to the young men. If you're a young boy, you're a young girl out here on the day, we talked about bullying. Listen, bullying is not acceptable. We talked about mental health. Go get some help. You're not out here alone. There are some people other than your parents that can help you. Listen, call a friend, call a neighbor. I don't care. Look us up on Facebook. That's what we do. We got Step Off, Stop Bullying. We got Abused and Battered, but I Survived, Walking in Freedom. We got Live, Love, Laugh Outreach. Come on, y'all. We got Allows Media Group Studio. We got Her Story, His Story with Catrice J. Listen, Janiya Elise coming with her own podcast. Y'all be sure to get that soon. Why? So you want to put your plug in real quick? You want to put your plug in?
Go ahead.
It's Unpopular Opinion Podcast.
Okay.
I am taking people if they want to.
Okay, I'll be your first one, because I got to start my podcast
Coming
too.
2026.
2026 Unpopular Opinion Podcast.
All right.
Okay,
Y'all heard it here
2026.
first. 2026 Unpopular Opinion Podcast with our girl Janiya Elise. And Money B said, hey, I will be your first person on your podcast show.
Yes, we're going to balance each other, because
And she
Yeah,
wanted
we gonna
Shanika and
balance each
Tanika. She calling y'all out.
I want the twins up there.
Bring them out. Bring them out. She want the twins. So listen, y'all. This is what we do. Each one reach one, teach one. Y'all y'all. We not gatekeepers. We not holding nothing in. Listen, my girl got her podcast coming. And Money
Got the
Money
Bible
B
study.
says she got one coming. So this is what we doing. Brother Lyles, you know what I'm saying? Listen, studio is here, you know what I'm saying? So this is what we do, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for coming out. We enjoyed y'all on today. I hope we held ourselves in a good place. I wasn't too crazy for you today, wasn't? I ain't asked too many crazy questions. It was
It's the usual.
just the usual. Okay, she said just the usual. So you know, Auntie Cougar.
Wow.
I'm not no cougar. I had to say that. I had to get my girl.
I'm not no cougar.
I had to get,
don't know.
I had to get my girl Catrice. Y'all, this is what we do. We love to laugh. We love to have a good time. But y'all heard it here first. Real Talk with Shenita. Her story, his story with my girl.
Catrice.
And we all Lounge Video Group Studio, y'all. Money B, Janiya Elise. And we signing off right now. And we out. Peace. Deuces.